Oh, hey, it's Rail Canyon.
Well, no, we already did that.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Gee, great. Good intro.
Alright, let's get us a new Doom power.
Yay! This one might be my favorite. Just cause it adds some depth to the stages. Like you can use it to, well, other than, you know, Chaos Spear, but that you have by default. The Doom Spear just lets you target multiple things at once.
I lied, we're just going to the boss gate.
Well, no, you have to go up this way to get the Doom power. So.
Oh. Oh, there it is.
Something calls to me. Yeah, by the way, if you walk away from the monolith and then walk back close to it again, Shadow will repeat that line forever and ever and ever. And then once you...
I thought about showing it off, but I was like, no, I just want to move on.
And once you gain the power, if you approach the monolith, he will then say, a new power, repeatedly, forever and ever. It's great.
I much prefer the ones that add new traverse, or like new ways of playing the game. So to kind of explain this one real quick, you can launch these guys in the air, and then you can do a second launch on them, where you have a bit of freedom on where they go to, and you want to aim carefully, because Shadow will teleport to them automatically at the end. Or you can press B to teleport early, which I'm sure has utility. I don't really use it, but I'm sure there are routes that necessitate you teleporting to him early, or he'll go too far.
Yeah.
And now we're at the challenge stages. I'm pretty sure everyone does Rail Canyon first because you're right here.
Yeah, it's weird how it's set up. I mean, it's technically the same as Sonic Generations, but Sonic Generations hub is not nearly as large, so it takes like half a second to run back to the Green Hill Zone or whatever. No, you missed the Chaos Control Capsule. No.
Oh, it's fine. I S-rank most of these.
I like the Chaos Control ones because they do ask you to use the Chaos Control wisely.
I just skipped that power up. I didn't even care. Or not power up, the collectible.
This is another thing that's different from Sonic Gens. There are actually collectibles in the challenge stages.
I like these, but I didn't hate the ones in Generations, so...
No,
I do wish there were more of these, though, more optional ones. I think it would have been fun. But people complain about that when there are, so...
If there are optional ones, it's just in the Doom World version.
So in Sonic Generations, instead of just hearing the level music again, you would get a lot of cool remixes, which this game doesn't do. So I'm doing the next best thing. I'm changing... from here on out, I will be changing out the theme music to just some random track I find. Just for funsies.
Works for me.
And they don't fit most of the time, but it'll be funny.
There are certain songs that I'm like, yes, this fits amazingly for a stage. Like, I like using Flame Core on Chaos Island and kind of stuff like that. Like, Final Chase on the Arc stages.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fun.
Yeah, my only complaint about these compared to Generations is you now have to play all of them to beat the game. I feel like it should have just been one for each stage. Like in Generations, would have been a lot better. It kind of hurts the pacing a bit, because like if you just want to beat the game, it kind of hurts it. This is the kind of game you're going to go through and 100% it, or do as much around the game as you can per playthrough. Because it just feels the best to do, you know?
Yeah. You do.
So,
you definitely.
And a lot of these I'd rather do after beating the boss, you know?
Yeah, you definitely have to play more of these challenge missions than in base Sonic Generations. Because in base Sonic Generations, it's 9 you have to play. But I don't know. I didn't mind these because they're all like really fun to me. And like and technically there are extra ones that are optional. You unlock them in the Doom world. Each stage gets 2 more challenges in the Doom world that are completely 100% optional, and they're really good. They're really fun challenges.
Well, I never played them apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something that you'll get a prompt for when you beat the game and then you reopen it. It'll be like, hey, you can do some cool stuff in the Doom world.
It should be noted, there's no reason to restart during these. Just let yourself die. You'll automatically restart the beginning with the timer reset because there's no checkpoints.
Yeah, there's no checkpoints. These missions definitely feel the most Colors Forces-y, I want to say. Because they are definitely using the copy-pasted block type format.
I don't mind that, though, for the challenge missions. It's only a problem when I feel like it's during a main stage. Which, during for Colors, everything was technically a main stage because you had to do it all.
Yeah.
And that's where I have the problem.
And even still, with these challenge missions, I feel like they do a lot more than even full regular stages in Sonic Colors and in Forces a lot of the time.
That's a cool detail to bring back from Heroes. The fans still stop when you Chaos Control.
Yeah, they definitely put a lot of effort into the Chaos Control and what it stops and what it doesn't. They have certain things for convenience, like if you activate a lever that brings a pulley down. If you're in stop time, that'll still bring the pulley down. But they also kind of shoot themselves in the foot sometimes because the Chaos Spear, it kind of works like how Dio throws knives, where it comes out for a little bit, but then it'll freeze. And you can get in certain situations where you need to hit a lever or hit a switch with the Chaos Spear in stopped time. So that means you have to get right up next to the switch.
That was a situation where I forgot my control scheme for a second.
And it completely just F'd you.
And I would like to say I just showed off what you were talking about as you were talking about it.
Yeah. This is another thing people don't pay attention to, is that the Doom Spear, it lets you lock on to multiple targets at once, but I see a lot of people still just spam this power instead of holding it to
It's Adventure 2, you assholes.
Yeah. Mystery.
I love this song.
Yeah. This machine is peak.
You should listen to some Julia K.
No.
They got good stuff, though.
I can only allow myself to have so much fun in life, okay? Oh, I didn't honestly know the Chaos Spear loses steam after a while if it doesn't hit its target.
Yeah.
I guess you're supposed to stop that here too. There or something.
I didn't need it, so it's whatever.
No.
By the way, we haven't mentioned it yet, but those bells with notes are back, and oh boy, do they move.
They do move, and I love them.
I don't show it off, but man, they can be a bitch to collect.
I love them.
Also, we gotta show this off a little bit.
I love this little room.
I love this music so much.
Yeah.
This was also used as the credits for each of the Dark Beginnings. I'm so glad this is in the actual game, even though the vocal track from Dark Beginnings isn't.
Fucking Without You needs to be released, and it needs to be put in this game in a DLC or something.
And they made an entire animation for Shadow hopping onto the motorcycle and sitting in a chair. It looks so awkward in the chair, but it's great.
It's amazing. I don't care. This feels like a secret room that you'd find in a classic in the menu. Video game. Yeah.
It's just in the menu right there for you to see.
Yeah. I kind of wish it was a secret place to find in the open zone.
Yeah, there should have been an area where you hold the back button. Or down, in Base Generation.
Yeah, you have to be in a specific location. Maybe they could have had, a waterfall or something somewhere, and you have to, go behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's just me saying that because I like to find hidden shit in games.
I keep walking into those so many times.
Stop it! You can't collect it. Yeah,
wow, this song does not fit at all, but here we are.
This one thing that I think a lot of people actually agree on with this game. The soundtrack is honestly kind of weak this time around. Like, it's still good songs.
It's good songs because the songs were already good. It doesn't feel like a lot of the remixes outside of like Space Colony Arc. They don't feel like they add to the potential these songs already have.
Right. It's not like Sonic
They don't
Generation.
make them worse like in Colors Ultimate, but they don't enhance it like Generations.
Yeah. I agree there. And it's not like Sonic Generations where a lot of the remixes there are like the best versions of those songs. You know? It's this time
94 second, not 0.94 seconds off. I was pissed.
Good fucking job. Should have chaos controlled a little sooner.
Damn it!
Stop walking into it.
Predict what song I choose next.
Supersonic Racing.
Yep.
Yeah, bitch.
You can see me considering it.
Why is that in the Shadow game? Who the fuck cares? It's awesome.
I mean, it's in the base game, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's in the base game, so why is it here?
Do you really? Never mind.
I want Shadow songs.
Popping back there in the background.
Where was it? I wasn't looking.
I'm not gonna worry about it because you're not gonna play it back.
Whatever. I do like how.
Pass.
Whoa. Wrong way.
Yeah. Never had that happen before.
That's awesome. What was I gonna fucking say? I was gonna say I really like how the Arc stages look in this game. I love the Space Colony Arc aesthetic. I always have. It just really pisses me off that they got that detail wrong that I brought up in the first part of the fucking Arc for some reason being way off in the distance away from everything, and you're just platforming on random stuff floating in space. Why'd they do that? I know they just wanted to have the
maybe it was part of it being blown apart because you know the special beam cannon kind of did that.
But it's not. None of it's destroyed. It looks like Final Chase and Final Rush and Sonic Adventure 2.
It drifted away.
But it's just away from the Arc for some reason.
It just drifted away.
You know what they should have had for the Arc stage? They should have had like a geographically like accurate location for Meteor Herd and Mad Space. Shadow should have ran on those planetoids at some point for the stage.
All these little indoor sections remind me of Crazy Gadget.
This shit is Frontiers to the max. Look at all these copy-pasted platforms.
You see, though, these are extra missions versus Frontiers, where it was the actual game.
Yeah, that's another thing that makes Shadow Generations just infinitely better than Frontiers, and it's not even close.
I hope you like listening to the beginning of the song with no pickups.
Okay, well, I'm used to that.
These stages.
I am used to that from Frontiers, because a lot of the cyberspace songs are more than a minute long and have like whole second halves that you never hear in that game because the stages are too short. I was never born at all.
But we're almost
Trying
dead.
to save the world.
I see they never got the license back from Power Man 5000 because they didn't bring back Almost Dead. It's like the only song they brought in that wasn't made for this game. Because it also appears in the credits of one of the Dead zombie movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't...
I don't know if it's a George Romero film, but...
I was gonna say, isn't Chosen One... Is Chosen One in the final game of Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm mixing it up with Broken.
You're thinking of Broken.
Right.
Which is what they originally wanted, but they couldn't get the rights to.
Gotcha.
So he just he had the 2 band members he could find, just make him a new song. The song does not fit, and it's hilarious.
I immediately fucking laughed to myself when I heard the
It's the better version of It Doesn't Matter, so I had to use it. Ow. It's the superior version.
I mean, it is the version that they remixed for the title screen, so I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's the better version.
Nice. Won't give it. Won't go. Hey, this song could be about Shadow. Who knows?
No, he needs dark, edgy music. Shadow doesn't have a steadfast heart of gold.
Sure he does. He just doesn't know it yet.
Also, it's funny because you're like in Generations, the music doesn't have any extra effects added when it's supposed to, so it doesn't cut out at all.
You know,
with chaos control with the boost aura, which is funny.
I kind of prefer that. I'm tired of them doing shit with the music with these games.
I completely agree.
I don't like when I go underwater and I can't hear the music in Generations. I don't like...
I want to listen to Seaside Hill! It's amazing!
I don't like when I'm boosting in any of these games and the music changes and gets that, like, whoosh effect added to it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hear the fucking song.
Well, it's a good thing there's lots of cinematic moments in Unleashed where you won't boost.
Yeah.
Because Unleashed is easily the worst offender of it.
For speedrunning in this game, how do you feel about Chaos Control actually stopping the timer?
I like it in Heroes.
You don't like it here?
I mean, I like it here. Like, okay. If I like it in Heroes, I have to like it here. It's the same thing. And in because in Heroes and in this game, I feel like it's, you know, designed with that in mind, that it's going to help you with better ranks.
Yeah.
Team Dark A ranks are really tight in Heroes, so it feels necessitated, and I like it. So yeah. I'm all for it.
It's not necessary at all.
Obviously, with speed runs, I don't think it really matters because most people speed running are going to be doing whole games, where the in-game timer doesn't necessarily matter. Well, but for level people, like, it's their own fun. Like, I don't myself speed run, so I really don't care. You guys do whatever.
I would argue that Sonic fans, more so than anybody, do single stage speed runs just for funsies, replaying it. You know. Because even you do that. Because even you do that occasionally.
Okay, I like this theme. I know people shit on it because there's no vocals, but I really love the instrumentation. It sounds so good.
This is the best song in this game, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I wish it had the vocals, but it's still, even without it, it's still the best fucking song in this game.
I love the guitar here in the Sifs. It's so cool.
Yeah, because you know
it's very clean.
The disappointing part about later bosses is that we don't get new vocals for them. We just get
also. Let's just
vocals.
Yeah. Let's just look at the magnificence that is the Biolizard in this game. Oh my goodness, he looks so good. I love the screen shake effects. He feels like a force to be reckoned with now. I love him so much in this. This fight's so cool. I love it.
Even though this fight, I would argue, is easier than the original game.
I'm okay with that. I don't like the fight in the original game. It's a bit too hard and finicky for me at times.
I like it.
It feels just right here as a nice power fantasy.
Yeah.
And I love Shadow's dialogue for it. And the wings are a nice touch since Shadow gets his wings later in the game.
Yeah, that's
and I love the connection between the two.
That's something I didn't really get until someone had brought it up to me, like, after I played the game fully twice.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, you know what? You're right. He does get wings.
I love Shadow. I love Shadow's reaction to it. He doesn't care.
You ugly prototype.
Although now it's just the Zavik fight from Forces now.
Yeah.
Dodge pulses on the ground, beat the shit out of the boss.
Yeah. Honestly, you want to know the best version of the Biolizard? It's Sonic Generations 3DS.
The theme?
No, not the theme. The boss itself.
Oh, I remember liking that one.
It's
this is just graphically full of spectacle, so I love it.
I love that. This is the kind of shit I want to see from
I think
like
as
a
far
Sonic
as gameplay
Adventure
goes,
2.
I think 3DS would probably be the best if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, the 3DS version I think is the best because it's literally the SA2 boss, but you're in 2D and you can crouch instead of somersault, so you can more easily avoid those stupid purple orbs.
Yeah.
And it's still like, it's one of those things where it's a really hard S rank because you have to do it perfectly, and I love that. I love that. This fight is awesome. It's probably the best boss in the game too. Actually, no, I like Metal Overlord personally a little better.
My personal favorite is probably Mephiles.
Yeah.
Just for the spectacle of it. Yeah. I don't care how easy it is.
But like this boss here, how it looks visually, and like the altered mechanics of how it works and stuff. This is the kind of shit I'd love to see in like a Sonic Adventure 2 remake.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see reimagined shit like this, where they ramp up the spectacle like crazy.
King Boom Boom.
Give me a fucking proper-ass King Boom Boom fight, and I'm all for it.
I mean, it's like the most proper feeling boss fight in the game, besides the Bio Lizard,
You're
honestly.
Right. It's probably the best fight in that game, other than...
It's so fun. It's a lot of fun.
But, yeah. Like, this shit is awesome. I love the
I'm glad we're getting this amount of spectacle without Supersonic.
Yeah, this is like
and I'm glad they gave it to Shadow.
Yeah, you know, this is the kind of shit I was also talking about in our Frontiers playthrough. In Frontiers 2, I was hoping we'd see like cool boss encounters where there's cool spectacle moments like what Frontiers has, but you don't have to necessarily be Supersonic for those scenes, because Sonic himself is cool. You know, and this game kind of does that. I know it's Shadow, and Shadow has cool.
While I miss Super Shadow being in this game, what they were able to do without it, and I'm like, man, I want Sonic to get this now without Supersonic, and it would be sick.
He gets the wings of the winds.
We haven't had that since 06 and Unleashed in a cutscene, you know, and I'd love to see it return. Other than a certain cutscene we'll talk about when it appears in this game.
Yeah.
Like, I want Sonic to just be cool and talk about a snazzy performance or something. I got that line wrong, and I know it.
That's a pretty snazzy performance there.
There.
Yeah.
That,
I want fucking...
I want that back.
I want cool Sonic back.
I want that back so badly.
I want cool Sonic back so bad. Frontier Sonic is not cool. He does cool things, but he's not cool. Shadow in this game is fucking cool, and there's no question about it.
because like compared to Shadow, he's already knows Black Doom. He's made his choices. He just wants to kill him. He's like, you're supposed to be gone. You're wasting my time. I will destroy you. And I love that. I love that so much. It's like the same thing. It's like the same energy Sonic has at the start of Unleashed. He's like, Eggman, I know I'm going to win. I have the Chaos Emeralds. You've lost. I'm just gonna have fun and fuck with you. And then Eggman gets to have his cool betrayal moment. And it's great.
Yeah,
you know,
honestly,
I love that shit.
Sonic himself is honestly at his best when he's no nonsense, just getting right to the action.
Like Goku.
Yeah, like
it all goes back to Dragon Ball. See,
Sonic will always like he'll do a wisecrack at Eggman because he knows it gets under his skin. But other than that, like Sonic originally was not like a jokester type character like Spider-Man, and I really dislike Sonic being a Spider-Man-esque character.
I know what I'm titling this video. What Sonic should be.
Oh, no.
I'm bringing back the argument. You thought it was bad with Tails, but we're back, baby.
Just have it. The thumbnail be Frontier Sonic with like a big ol' like circle cross over it, and then a big old check mark next to Adventure 2 Sonic or some shit.
Unleashed Sonic.
It's like the same fucking character design. You gotta have a little more variety.
I have my biases, and I will forever suck the dick of Sonic Unleashed.
So Sonic is amazing in that game, so